Hello everybody, this is Don Limited here tonight, and I was going to do a Sharp TV review, but actually, slight change of plans. The computer or laptop video is still in the making yet. We just haven't finished. So what's going to happen here is we're going to go over the Sansui TV model. Let's see here. That is the model number. That's hdlcd1912. That's a 19-inch S-Series LCD TV. And actually, believe it or not, I have one at home just like it. Except I have the HDMI version of this one. This one does not have the HDMI version. And the reason I can vouch for this TV, because I've had this TV, or a similar one at home, for about 9 years now. And very reliable. Black Friday special at Shopko. That was when Shopko used to exist. Now Shopko is pretty much dead. Kind of like Montgomery Ward's and Ames department store in Hills and some of the other department stores throughout the Midwest. And I was actually kind of contemplating, okay, I shouldn't get off topic about the review here, but so like I was saying, there was one Black Friday like 9 years ago. I was looking for a TV for the bedroom, and I was at Shopko at like 6 in the morning or something, and I had a whole pallet of TVs, and this similar series one that I have at home, it's got a decent sound, it's got a nice picture on there. It's really a no frills TV. It's not a smart one or anything. It does have component and composite, or not composite, but composite connectors, S-video, and it's got VGA, so you could use it as a monitor. I did use mine as a monitor for a while. The only thing I didn't like about it was when you're doing games or there's something on there, it never really worked that well because of the ratio rate. So if you change the resolution on your computer, the monitor was never really meant to be a full-blown thing. It was meant for, basically designed for occasionally hooks a computer up or display something, but it's never meant to be a regular computer monitor. Especially when you're flashing between the rates and the ratios and the resolutions, and so I definitely do not recommend using this TV as a monitor. It's a TV. The TV is basically, it's a 720 pixel LCD television. There's no DVD player built into them. I believe some of these models, that was an option that you could get at the time. And I thought to myself, why would I want a built-in DVD player? What would happen if it went out? So I never really. And once be known, I actually have a TV sitting in here in the shop right now that has a DVD player built in. The TV is over 12 years old. Okay, maybe not 12, but it's a 2007 model. Yeah, that's about 12 years old. And that thing works good. So I don't know, I was kind of skeptical at the time, but knowing what I know now, I could have gotten away with having a built-in DVD player on the TV. So I believe there's a couple of other companies out there that basically use the same design as this. I don't believe that Sansui made their own. I just think that they called a distributor or someone and just said, hey, I want to buy your design, and all Sansui did, they just put their logo on, because as you can see here, that just looks like a sticky label that they made up and then they just slapped it in place. So we'll go over some of the features, what I really like. What's nice is when it's, you got two LEDs built in over here. When it's on, it's green. When you turn it off, it's red. And the port next to it is the infrared port, or the IO, or not IO, but infrared for the remote control. You can stand about 50 or 15 feet back, and you can still make it work. So that's a good thing. And so I'll get the remote over here. So typically, this is what the remote looks like. A lot of other manufacturers use the same remote. As you can see, it does not say Sansui, it just says HD TV. And yes, it is quite worn. I'm thinking this person uses their mainstream television. I knew the lady that I bought it from. I only got it for, I'm not going to say how much, but the price was right. She was somebody that worked in the accounting department at one of the schools, and she was always a nice lady, and she always will be. Not to get off topic about the TV review, but so this is kind of what it looks like. We'll move it over a little bit. So you got your buttons here. This is your power input menu. You can change your channels. You can also use this for changing your settings. And personally, it's more convenient to use the remote. It can be done with the side buttons, but as you can see, it looks like this person really used. So this is the back. As you can see, it's got the Sansui sticker. That's the model number. That's just the barcode. It's 120 volts, uses 29 watts of electricity. It is a May of 2009. So this is actually a 10-year-old TV as of this month. So not bad for 10 years old. So it's sold. It's just basically I gotta take it out to the customer and install it for them. So this is basically your antenna and cable access. This is a DTV ready TV, so that's nice. You don't have to have a converter box for it. The only port that we're not going to be testing on here is the digital coxie port that goes to a stereo receiver. I don't have any equipment like that in here, so we're not going to test that. Just to put that out there. This little port over here is your audio in for the PC. So if you wanted to use the built-in speakers on here, which we will be demonstrating, that's the VGA port. You can plug a laptop in here. Doesn't matter if it's Windows 95 or XP or Windows 2000 XP, Vista 7 or 10, or it could even be a Macintosh. It would be fine, or Linux. As long as you don't change the resolution, it's fine. But when you start messing with the resolution on the computer, the TV can't quite comprehend what you're doing. So you got your composite red, white, yellow. We're going to be testing some different methods with that. Not TV watching so much, but just we'll take this DVD/VCR combo and plug it in. What's cool about this one is that actually we're also going to pop in a movie and watch it going through the coaxial cable. And we're going to do a side-by-side comparison of the different pictures to see how... No, we're not going to watch an hour-and-a-half movie. It's just going to be clips. Because if I showed a full-blown movie, YouTube would terminate me instantaneously, so we don't want to do that. So, like I said, this does have composite video. It has the component hookups with the green, blue, red, white, red S-video, and that is a headphone port. Interesting theory about that is you could actually hook computer speakers up and have sound. I don't recommend doing it if you don't know what you're doing, but that is an option that you could do. But I think for being a cheaper TV the way it is, you pretty much get what you pay for. So now we'll turn it back around. Oh yeah, I gotta do it this way. Okay, so we'll take the remote. As you can see, the light turns green. There's no fancy effects or anything, it just comes on. You got the please wait in gray contrast. So this is just hooked up to an antenna. This is in 720 pixel. Very clear for this TV. So that's just the weather channel. This is in 480 pixel, so it's not as good of a picture. So this is what the menu looks like. Picture.
Somebody came back from the dead.
No, and if he has, why would he also appear?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not me. What?
I'll just mute that for now. So you can change the brightness. So I just put that back up to 25%. Contrast is all the way up. It's a cheap TV. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done. We're not going to play with sharpness because you can't really tell the difference on camera. And the color, it's just, like I said, on camera, we'll go the other way because what will happen is, now it goes to black and white. So we'll put it back up to 25 in the middle. And then we'll go to tint. So basically you're just kind of changing the tint over. Hopefully we don't get a copyright strike for showing commercials or any. Well, what I could always do is just blur all this out if I have to. So that's standard, warm, cool. I like warm. That's the backlight. Isn't it much more fun to show actual? So this is memory, sports, standard, movie. Yeah, movie looks. We'll put it on memory. Picture size you can change. This is a nice feature. What I liked about it, because some shows that you're watching, it always cut off. Your shows always showed up like that, so you can do that. Film mode is off. You can't really tell the difference. DNR setting is on. Here is just basically got your bass. I turned it up all the way because you couldn't really hear it, even at 20. So I don't know if the speakers are almost worn out in here or what. So I'm not going to tell anybody about that. So we'll turn the.
But first things first.
We'll go back in the sound and then we'll turn.
That you claim your free classes
turn the surround sound off.
And free memberships I'm giving away, so I suppose there's no rush. Then again, it is free. So if you're ready to see why Extend Bar is the most popular bar,
Okay, you can't really tell the difference.
don't wait.
So we'll do a channel scan next, just to demonstrate how that's the signal checker.
In class. Don't wait. Text Slim to 3030.
So basically, that's what the channel scanner looks like. I'm not expecting to really find much because I got a crappy pair of rabbit ears hooked up here. This is just mostly demonstration purposes. So, yeah, it's found 4 channels, but there was 26 channels in here at one point. Whoever had it before had hooked up the cable, because there's like 159 channels of stuff. I think it was the lady that had it hooked up the cable. I don't have that luxury here in the shop. I don't even have the luxury of a nice antenna. Maybe someday. Okay, we found 18 stations. That's not bad. Still not as acceptable number of stations, but oh well. So this is, we don't want to put a password on here. This is the setup. You can turn closed captioning on or off. That's English. So now, this is source input. We'll go to video. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go to channel 3. And we're going to hook this bad boy up. And that will only take a few minutes to get it all completely set up. Okay, we're back. So this is basically, this is hooked up to the coaxial. This is the basicest that you could actually do. So we're going to watch a little clip. This thing actually, I borrowed this from my place of work, and it has an interesting tape. We're not going to show much of it. This is just to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. And as you can see, this is only mono output. So they're only playing on the left side. So this player is only a mono player. But actually the VHS does not look that bad on here. So let's get the remote back here once, and that's in mono full 480 pixel. Let's actually see what the DVD looks like. So I'll go grab one of my DVDs. Okay, so this portion we're going to test the DVD on here and see how well. There is one disclaimer I do want to put out there. This DVD that I found, I'm not trying to force religion down anybody's throat. This is just what I happen to have access to at the time, so this is strictly for demonstration purposes only. This is not intended for religious purposes at all. This is, like I said, this is the only thing I had available to grab at the place of work. So let's get going with it.
Mother of John Mark. From that first celebration until the 4th century, Mass was celebrated in the homes of the faithful. It was not until around 313 AD when Christianity was made legal by Constantine, that official places of worship even existed. These early years of the church, from the 4th century...
So, as you can see, that it's not the greatest of pictures. So what we're going to do next is we're also going to try an audio CD just to try the speakers on this thing, see what it's all got. So it'll take a few minutes to get that ready to go. So grab some refreshments or some snacks or something. We're coming back very soon. Okay, so next, picked up a CD at a garage sale. Probably overpaid for it. It's Billy Joel. We'll try a little Billy Joel in here and see how that. We'll play a little clip of, and we'll see how that works. I don't have a remote for this, so we're gonna have to. You're just gonna have to bear with me here. Speakers don't sound too bad. We can't play any more of it because the YouTube police would really have a field day with me. And not only would they shut down the channel, but they'd probably terminate me and I wouldn't exist anymore. So we can't do that. Sorry. We don't need the mafia and the YouTube police and the Federal Bureau of Investigation meddling in them. These are just honest product reviews and commentary and demonstration videos. They're not meant for copyright infringement, or it's not meant to hurt anybody or steal from anybody. This is just an honest way of presenting a product. And yes, I can't really complain much about this TV. I just don't recommend it as a computer monitor. But watching TV, watching movies, listening to music on here, it's perfectly fine for that. I give it a 2 big thumbs up. I give it a 5-star review. So now we're going to move on to, we'll hook the composite cables up and we'll do a little, now we're going to do a comparison of the TV. And then once we're done with that, then we're going to we'll hook my Dell laptop up to it. And we'll kind of mess around with it and see from there. So bear with me while we get that set up. Okay, as you can see, I disconnected the coaxial cable. So we'll go to video. And there we are. Picture's a tad crisper. Not much better, but so now we're gonna try to do this one. This one looked kind of interesting. The Healing Prophet. So yes, I work for a church, and I just kind of temporarily borrowed these with the intention of bringing them back. I just didn't have any DVDs in the van, so we're not going to show the whole thing. And like I said, I'm not shoving religion down anybody's throats. I'm just using this as a demonstration to kind of give you an idea of how good it looks. So it's just to give you an idea. If any of you went to CCD or confirmation or whatever, or Bible study, you're probably familiar with some of these type of movies. So we're not going to show any more of this. Okay, so next what we're going to do, we got a different set of tapes here. We'll just pop one of these bad boys in. That's if I can get it out. There we go. Well, I should actually rewind. At least this tape player doesn't chew tapes up. That one back up over to on the shelf there. That was supposed to be advertised. That one chews tapes, so how can you sell something that chews tapes? You can't. So this is a good demonstration model for the TVs, and this is an older TV, and it is limited on what it's capable of doing, but if you're, I don't know, redneck, you can get quite creative. No, I'm not a full-blooded redneck. I'm not the type of guy to park cars out in the front yard, or put cars up on blocks, or put refrigerators in the front lawn, or sit and spit on the grass, or chew on toothpicks or whatever. Nah, I don't do that. I just get kind of goofy and creative when it comes to technology and some of the things that you can do. Even if you wanted to, which I don't have the equipment here right now, you could also use this as a security monitor. If I had a security camera set up here, I would also demonstrate that too. And you can also use this as a video monitor for a camera. You could also use it for, there's a lot of things you can do with a TV. And even if you wanted to, you could also get an HDMI converter to composite the component, and you can plug HDMI stuff in to this TV. But unfortunately, I don't have one of those either, so we can't really test that theory. Eventually, someday, I will have everything that a person could ever want for testing all sorts of different stuff, but you can't have it all at once. What's the fun of that if you have everything all at once? So we'll get back to it. So this is just another religious CHS tape. It'll take time for the picture to show up. Yeah, I know it's illegal to film a thing like that, but okay, not illegal, but I'm not here to repurpose it. This is just strictly demonstration purposes. So I think this is actually in stereo. So let's see what the picture quality. That's a full. Whoops, wrong button. So that demonstrates how that looks on there. Actually, VHS tapes really don't look that bad on this TV, or DVDs, or Blu-rays, depending on if you have the right equipment to make it all work. So next we'll get the S-video cable out. So allow me momentarily here to get that ready. So this is S-video mode. So what we're going to do is there's no sound in S video. So what we're going to do now is we'll pop a DVD in. We'll stick with this thing there. Yeah, just as I thought, there's no sound. So even if I did hook some composite audio cables, it's going to sound the same. But the picture doesn't look bad. It's a slight step up from them old-fashioned cables that... So, enough of that. We're not going to test the VHS because on here, the VHS does not quite work with, and neither does the next set of cables and stuff that were. So we'll put that back on pause. Okay, we're back now. So I got the conglomeration of all these big cables plugged in. Basically, it's kind of your first generation of HDMI style. So we're gonna go to select the audio, go to DTV, and yes, it looks. Something's obviously interfering with it. So we'll put the DVD back in. There's probably oh, I know, that filter I have on the coaxial is probably causing it to make that background noise. Either that or my power strip. I don't have a smart meter on this building, so there isn't any reason for dirty electricity. Okay, that went away. Okay, maybe there's something wrong with these cables. That's not usually how it's supposed to look. Yeah, there's nothing against this cable setup. It's just I may have a bad pair of cables here. Either that or there's something wrong with the.
Existence for 2,000 years is still celebrated by.
So yeah, this test did not quite go the way I imagined it would. So that's all right. Not a big deal. And basically the audio would sound the same on a CD, so we'll shut that down. And we're all done with the player, so we're going to pause. Take me a few minutes to get that all. Okay, we're back. So just took a couple of minutes to get the computer hooked up. This is an old Dell E5410 from 8 years ago, 9. So it's this is almost as old as this TV is, practically the same era. So, I accidentally turned it off. That's not good. Turn it back on. Now we're gonna switch. Now we're on PC mode. So this is just the VGA. Okay, That actually quite worked. I don't know what I have on here, so we're gonna pause to make sure that there's nothing that could get me in trouble or nothing confidential. No, nothing bad or confidential. So this is basically what it looks like. Picture doesn't look that bad, but if you change the resolution, this TV does not have refresh rate. So I'll demonstrate what I mean by that. So if you try to, it doesn't actually give you that as an option, because Windows 7 knows that this does not have refresh rate. Now Vista and XP, actually XP did too, but Vista never. I used this TV in the Vista era, and Vista didn't know the refresh rate. Well, Vista actually sucked anyway. It never really was that good. XP and 7 were the best. Vista sucked. Windows 8 sucked. Windows 8.1 was alright. And I don't really like 10 that much. But we're stuck with it, so that's another topic for another video. So, let's do some demonstration purposes here. It's good for browsing the web and some minor graphical projects. Oh, come on, computer. So we'll play one of my videos. We'll go to YouTube. You make your own content, you can play your own content. So we'll do more information about the store. Hello everybody, this is Don Limited here tonight, and I have some unfortunate news. I sort of picked up a third job, so we're not actually going to, at this time, have actual official hours. So what's going to happen is, Rhino's Computer Service is still going to be here, and we plan on being here for a very, very long time. This third job is just for a month. I'm just a sub filling in for custodial for somebody. So just to bring some extra revenue for the business to get more merchandise in here and get some more, just make it more awesome than what it already is. So how this is going to work is, it's going to be called by appointment. We did get the TVs in. I'm waiting on one more TV. We've got a 15-inch, three 19-inch TVs, 24, 26, 32-inch, and we're just waiting on a 42-inch. Either that or 40 or 39, I can't remember exactly what. So we have TVs coming in. We currently have for sale. Interesting. Very soon is going to be an e-machine. I just need to do a review on that, and then we got some H. Let's do some free copyrighted music. So, this is some non-offensive music. It's not going to get us in trouble. So we'll play a little. Enjoy it, people. We'll run this for a little while. Not my kind of music personally, but oh well. Doesn't sound that bad, honestly. I don't mean the music, but I mean what the TV doesn't. And the picture's not that bad. I'm gonna try some deep bass music. Definitely put this TV sound to the test. I really don't like this music, but kind of demonstrates how well the speakers sound for being a tinny or a small TV with built-in speakers. So I think we pretty much concluded most of what we wanted to talk about this TV. I hope everybody enjoyed this little review. And if anybody has any questions about it, feel free to ask. I'll answer them the best that I can. I'm not a TV repairman or anything. I don't work for Sansui. I'm not forced to do a review. This is just something I kind of wanted to do. Inform other people about some of the interesting features that this TV has to offer. So and I've had this similar model TV for almost 10 years. now. And it's been nothing but reliable service. So if you're out yard sailing or you just happen to know somebody that has a TV like this for sale, I would definitely buy it. I like it. I definitely recommend it. You just can't use it as a mainstream computer monitor for a lot of graphical stuff because it was never designed for that. Even though it has the capability of doing it, but the resolution is not as good as a regular computer monitor, so that's my only knock against it. Other than that, the rest of it is immaculate. So I hope this information was helpful in your decision of possibly buying this model TV. So, as always, for watching, thank you for your watching, and please like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you get a question or what. And it's been a pleasure making this video. Y'all have a good evening, and we will be back soon with another review.